who did it? It was Fire Flash again! Showed up late with a smirk and a wrench, plugged a toaster into life support trench. Every ship he rides ends up in the sun. Every plan goes sideways, but man, it's fun. If the sky's on fire and the base is ash, one guess, one name, don't even ask. Blame it on Fire Flash, the king of crash and bash. If it's sparking, if it's smoking, if your med base straight up broken, blame it on Fire Flash. Laughing as the systems clash. He's chaos in a hoodie, but he's still our buddy. Blame it on Fire Flash. He says it worked in creative mode. Now the rover's half a mile down the road. Made a warp core out of duct tape and hope. Now the crew's in orbit screaming no. If the map's corrupt and the logs don't load, you know who patched it with a keyboard and a toad. Blame it on Fire Flash, the glitch in every cache. If your drill goes wild, if your base gets exiled, blame it on Fire Flash, the storm behind the splash. The code breaker, suck shaker, Laura breaker, hard brain on Fire Flash.
Look, I didn't
I'm built from the fallouts and forged in the truth. Let the static talk, I walk through fire. Carbon in my veins, sparks in my chest. March to the war drums, no time to rest. Circuit hard, I ain't running on code. I'm the glitch in the system that never reloads. Truth bleeds clean when the masks come off. They choke on the silence, I weapon my thoughts. No filters, no edits, no sugarcoat pain. Just ash, grit, fury, and pressure may change. I won't break, I won't fade. This world burns, but I've been flaming. Hear me rise in the sound of chains. I'm forged in steel with carbon in my veins. Spit with the force of a storm contained. Pressure fed, every bar's unchained. You flex online, but I flex in truth. Rip through the lies in my combat boots. This ain't a game, I don't play for clout. I'm the voice in the dark that they try to drown out. But I rise with the rumble of the underground. Turn ghosts to gods when I drop that sound. Metal to muscle, code to conscience. You don't earn respect by screaming nonsense. You grind, you fall, you bleed, you climb. You wanna be real, then show me your spine.
And hello everybody and welcome. I'm Creed. Welcome to Command. How's everybody doing tonight? Remember, if you guys like what you see today, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Don't forget you can check out my Discord if you want to join in on Factorio conversations. Check me over on Twitch. Check me out on YouTube, whatever the case may be for you. And if you want to show some support for my channel, you can check out my merch page as well. I got some good products over there. And then lastly, check out Joyce's book, Royal Roads, posted in my Discord every 30 minutes as well. Sorry, in my Twitch channel every 30 minutes, as well as my Discord if you're a reader. But hey, how's everybody doing today? We're gonna rebuild the base. That's the goal. We're not even gonna progress. All right, we're gonna get things fixed. You know. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to get things fixed. I'm sure I was doing something last time I played, and I don't remember what it is, and it's really important for me to get fixed. But we'll figure that out some other time. You know? Anyways, let's get to it. Yeah, sure. Cool. Yeah, it looks like the mod's self-corrected. Okay. I don't know exactly what we were working on here. We got the iron, got the coal, we got copper. No, I just didn't go to my main screen. That's all. Thanks for letting me know. Where? Have power armor. Okay. I don't know what I was doing. I think we're making bot parts up here. We need to continue to make and add to the network. I have a few robots. Grab all of them. We'll make 187 of those, and we're gonna make 413 of those. And when that's done, we're just gonna throw them in the network. All right. Defended on all sides. Perfect. That's doing okay. Probably have stuff attack there soon. Swear to God, did I just see my light flicker? Can I go back? I need to look at my own stream quick. I thought I just saw my lights flicker. Huh, I'm just seeing things maybe. All right. Okay, well, we're making bots. That's the main thing here. Oil production we already know is going to go down. Yeah, we got to get this base fixed. It's a little bit out of hand. Could probably get some of that going. Don't really have the material processing for it though, but okay. We're gonna keep the main furnaces up here. I think unless I really wanted to, I could rebuild those. You know, come to think of it, we should probably hold off on the rebuild for a moment and look into this, which would be advanced circuits, steel, stone, because we're gonna want probably going to eat into that. It'd be a huge hike in power. And we also haven't been doing any of the modules, but we can rectify that. But I think we just go for the rebuild and we just limp along. I'm thinking main production. I'll go down here. All the different productions, whatever that's going to look like. Got to build pretty significant arrays. If I remember correctly, though, this system. What's wrong with this? We're bringing in. Okay, we are. We're bringing them in from up here. So we'll just have to integrate cables. We're making a lot of extra cables. We are? I think we are. Grab that and grab this. Oh yeah, we can make a lot more. We could probably go to like 3.5 a second. Yeah, they might are ringing. And we can go into nuclear power here soon enough. But this base is chaotic, and I really want a pretty base. That's kind of one of my goals for everything. So the other thing is high levels of saturation on the bots here. We need to build roboports. I don't know where any of my stuff is. Back to needing gears. Okay. Gotta make enough of these that we can spread them around. Back to needing steel. We need a lot of red cards there, but we got to make a lot of those. I'm just going to make them by hand. Throw them in a box. There we go. 83 of them. We won't be stuck to steel very long, chat. Coal very long. Once we get the rebuild done, I mean, probably the rest of the night. Once we get the rebuild done, though. We'll be able to move into other stuff here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do production down here. We'll figure it out. I do also, eventually I want to go around and clean up all my power that I've just, like, spread around like herpes or something. Goodness gracious. Why'd I put 2 here? Can't see that. Thought I put a radar over there. Alright. Well, no point in delaying the inevitable here. Gotta get to it. Where did I put? There they are. Literally right here. Yeah, that will be an intention. I'll probably go full solid fuel at some point. And then we'll build a permanent steam array that's like the main backup power system. That way, if something happens to nuclear, it's just there. I also want to do a better job with my nuclear this time and have a better disposal system. Some form of recycling or whatever the case may be. So my furnace stacks I'm going to wait for last because they have to continue to do their job. So what I think I'm going to do is start working down here and figure all of this out. Okay, we don't have a good area, or what I like to call my dead zones here. This seems good enough of a spot. Okay, so I'm going to build a new one of these, which I can't do because they're not being built. I wish that when you built the ghost, you could still see the ghost's connection point. It's hugely annoying. I suppose we'll have to use actual base area to do this. Okay. So we'll put this one up here in this corner. Then we gotta wait for the bots to build it, so we can build another one, so we can build another one, so we can build another one. It's annoying. We only have to do this theoretically once. They don't have to technically overlap. But I like the fact that anywhere I would build, I would have the logistics for it. that's what I'm gonna do. I'm building a 4-pronger that are perfectly touching. And just like that, we will have a perfect blueprint. And then we can also go like this and do it long ways. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll just leave. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. And then go into my inventory. Blueprints. Oh, I already had. Oh, see, that was a bad one because they're really, really close together and not maximizing their space. And we want the maximum space. So then what we'll do is we'll create another blueprint book. We're going to call this bots. And it's going to be side by side, up and down, left and right. Perfect. So then we'll be able to go into our book. Grab a 4x. And I'm going to use the lake as my initial center point here. We'll just come down. If I wanted to build it here, which we could. Do that. And that'll be the start point. Oh, look at that. Oh, it lined up the train so perfectly. Here. So it'll take them a minute to do that because I just asked a lot of them, but this is going to allow us to get our initial area. And this is already better than my last run because my last run, these were like touching. Fucking perfect. Alright, we can get rid of this one. And that one. Get rid of that. 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 Oh, no, we need that there. That one. That one. That one. That one. This one. That one. that one. That needs to stay there. This one can go. Okay. Yeah. It's part of this run too. Is again, I'm trying to make sure I have decent blueprints for everything. Slowly get rid of all of those. Nice. I had enough to get that entire initial line done. I wonder if I have any... I like... It looks like I have like 4 left that I could build. Plus the 5 I have. So I'll just put those in there. So that'll be that first line. Let's queue up another chunk of those. We need red gears, and I should set up oh damn, we're out for a little bit. Fine. All right. All right, we don't have any of those right now, which is fine. We don't inherently need those to function right now. So the idea here is that I'll eventually move these furnace stacks, I think. Whatever I do with the trains, they're going to come around in this, like, arch, I think, and they're all going to connect in somehow up here. I'm going to figure out all the train stuff. I guess I would desire to keep going out here, all the way to here with it, and add in with maybe 2 more train stops. So I could have iron, I could have copper, I could have uranium, I could have something else. We could also be adding in from this oil, we could add in train lines. And we could have a couple stops here. And I would also be desired here soon to just come up and move this entire train station up here. And bring in the oil all the way this direction with that. So that would be... We're going to just keep letting this cook. It'll take a long time, but while we're doing the rebuild, this should all fill up. And when we do start it, I have this massive backup system, like overproducing on oil for sure, for the foreseeable future. We all know deep down that that's going to be we'll do that. And that's going to cover this entire area with these drones. Now, the mall is going to be, it's going to have to be pretty big. There's a lot of ways you can do a mall, right? You can do it with logistics, which is, I think, generally what I will be going for. I will produce something into a active or a passive provider chest. Have requester chests with like 1 or 2 stacks of any given thing, because you never need a whole lot of any given things in your inventory, other than like, you know, maybe very specific things. The other thing I thought would be a good idea is, now that I have all of this going, is let's set up our full Logi system for our personal inventory, so that I can kind of just stop worrying about whether or not I do or don't have certain things. We're gonna go through and always make sure that the logistics system is trying to give me my fair share of any given item or thing. I'm gonna try going to full swinging into red. And not even worry about yellow belts anymore. Understanding that they can be really good to use in certain situations. And I know I'm not manually producing some of this stuff. Try to always have a couple hundred train tracks on us for now, just because reasons. For now, we only need 30 bots. So we're going to force that into the 30 mark. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have 30 logistics bots on me. Kind of always want to have, like, just say 5 of those on me. I don't... 5. Okay. What do I need on me from here? I don't actually need any of this on me at any given moment. Okay, so we do want the bare minimum small quantities of most of the building materials, so that if I want to handcraft anything in particular, I have all the basics on me. That way we just have them on us. Always have a little rocket fuel on us too. Okay. We always want to have 400 rounds. That's 1 stack in our main inventory. I always want to have 100 grenades. We'll always have some tank shells for when we have the tank. So I always try to have a couple hundred walls on me. I just like to have some on me. And then I would always like to have some radars with me too. And some guns. And then we churn, let's see, we change this to personal lodge. And turn on personal logistics. And then dump everything we can. Couldn't get rid of most of it. Guess I just need to make a few of those. We need a bigger dump area. I'm going to turn this off. They're just wasting their time. I didn't get to dump everything out. We got a lot of resetting and fixing to do. We also need to go around and we need to put passive provider chests in a lot of locations. We don't have them set up. I also need to fix this. Okay. I did make that. Okay. Alright, I did go around and do a bunch. Okay, sweet. Alright, let's go back down here. Add these in. Go and do that. Turn this back on now. Did I or did I not start making those somewhere? I did not. Okay. I gotta make a bunch of these. Hopefully my logistics has what it needs, because I'm gonna have to make I need a bunch of containers. Got some reds in there. Oh, it's doing because it needed these. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're getting there. Now, are we making assemblers anywhere? No. Okay, so we have to make assemblers somewhere. We have to make regular assemblers to make assemblers. We have to make, yeah. All right, let's put them down here. We'll figure it out. So this is gonna make regulars. We need iron, gears, and that, which is gonna just feed into here. Gonna make that. This needs steel gears. This needs iron gears. Okay. So I'll just do that. And we'll do this. Okay. Iron gears, we need green card. We can just pull off of this line. Because that needs green, that needs gears, green, iron, okay. Iron, gears. This is going to be pretty crude, y'all. We need to go grab. We were not fully prepared. We got to get everything fixed up so we can do this. Where am I making on here? Alright, so that'll do that. And then let's go do the same thing. We'll make a rudimentary system for pipes. Pipes are being produced here, so we'll just throw these up here. We can make double, single, which we're already doing. Perfect. That'll solve some of that. Okay. That still isn't being built though. Thank you. Come again. So, we need to bring in steel. It's all the way over here. It's right there. Up here. Can't even tell where the main steel line's coming in anymore. Right here. Main steel line sucks. Only this needs steel, so we can just direct connect essentially. This. Oh, okay. Alright, that'll do it, donkey. I made that complicated. We need to make as many of those as we can, and it's going to be a little bit. We're going to have to make as many of these as we can. And we also got to make as many of those as we can as well. So let's just grab a bunch of steel and handcraft a few things. I don't have enough red chips to just go full tilt. Make 137 of those. Oh, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's Saturday was good. We spent a lot of money today. We've been planning / saving or whatever for a new bed. We had the same bed for a long time, and it was starting to show its age and stuff like that. With you know, the cushion and all that stuff just not being great in certain spots, but took advantage of Black Friday, and we got a couch. We got a bed for a really good price. I think we paid about $700 for a really nice king size on a Black Friday deal. So that was nice. We were gonna wait until taxes, but it was a good deal. Couldn't wholeheartedly say no to it. Make another 40 of those, and then we'll make a bunch of those. The assembler's being made. Okay, anything else I need to make sure I have? We made like over 100 of those furnaces, so we can eventually make a couple stacks. I'm not gonna worry about modules yet. We'll make those down the road. Once we start building our mall, I'm gonna build with quality in mind. It would be smart for me to start slowly making qualities, though. So let's set up a rudimentary system for that. Because we can just grab greens from here and pull off a subtle amount of red chips. We'll do it. Can I fit it here and it makes sense? Sure, why not? So I want to start with the qualities just to have them, because when I build my mall, I'm gonna put quality in any end product for the mall. What that'll do is provide me that ability to occasionally have some higher quality stuff that I won't use, and then when I'm gonna go like, okay, cool, I see issues here or there or somewhere, I can go and just be like, cool, I'm gonna just put a higher quality item down to plug a hole, or as it's making me things, I have just, you know, occasionally better stuff. I'm not gonna worry about the entire quality process, everybody. I'm just gonna use it to plug a hole and occasionally get better stuff. Okay. We're gonna have to put it here so that we can go do this. You know what, I gotta add that to there. Legendary wood power poles. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna make electric power poles or anything like that be high quality or anything, but alright. And let's double check. I know I'm not making this stuff, I'll just hand make it until my mall's done. You know, but having a legendary gun eventually would be nice. You know, throwing together some legendary power armor at some point would be nice, or whatever, you know. It'll passively happen when it happens. Okay. So now we got those basics going. We got to start thinking about how I want to lay all this out. I really am going to save this entire, like, this whole chunk is just for producing oil and oil products. Like this huge square right here. That's it's going to be its main function is the production of oil materials. Kind of full stop on that. So this line is the start of whatever I'm going to do. Now with that, it's also kind of what I did need to bring in stone. We're not making, we have no stone incoming. Like, I got one miner making stone. I don't have a small deposit near me. They're all far away. You know what? We just leave that be and let it become a problem later on. All right. Because I actually do want to focus on the rebuild. So, I got to grab my fancy pants. Why can't I grab it? I put it away. Okay. Alright, this is going to be horrendous, but we have to let the bots work for the next 10 years on the removal of everything in this sector. Yeah. All right. So if that's going to be functionally doing that, we got to be smart about a couple of things. We'll add, we don't have a requester chest yet, but what we do have is, the ability to force things into a box. So that should do that. I can't make it to do anything else with that, I don't think, so hopefully that will plop stone into there. I think I could do stone and it would do it too, but that should take care of that and slowly drop some more stone into the system and just patch the hole. So the other thing that I want to do is make a friggin' road. This chunk that I'm not doing anything with, kind of above the power, I'm gonna make into a road. These will be in the way. There we go. I don't even think I have enough stone inherently to do that to its fullest extent, but it'll be really freaking fun to have a central road. That's what I'm getting at. The other problem here is I don't think that I'm going to be producing, I don't think I have enough storage, so we're going to go ahead and do that. How many of these can I make? Let's make all 43 of those. Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna also safely assume that, yeah, that's gonna nom through my bricks. But hey, we're gonna have it. I'm not making lights, but But the other thing I wanted to do on this playthrough was be fun to have some lights, won't it? How'd this one get messed up? Okay. Perfect. Oh, man. They really had their work cut out for them there, didn't they? Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to do the same thing down here. Ooh, I can, huh? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we'll have to look into that when we get to that point, won't we? We're using every drop of power right now, too. How much of that can I even make? I don't think it's stone furnaces. I do. Let's try to burn through every stone furnace I have then. We're never going to need 52 of these. So let's go ahead and make 52 of them. I mean, once we go nuclear, but let's just do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expand power for now. And go from there. Coal is beginning to be a problem. I see. We never did add a balancer to this. Okay. We could probably add it here. We'll do that. Let a bot go fix that. Probably have to bring in more coal from down here so we don't run out of power. Because we're not pushing into the solid fuel yet. I might just let it limp along. Need to make more of those. But I can't yet. Okay. So the idea here is that the mall boxes would be all down here. But that's not inherently how it's going to work. We're not worried about the mall yet, because the mall, I think, is going to be up here against this road. But I might also just use logistics and make a little offshoot in the very center of the base. You know, maybe like right here. And have just an array of boxes. Because then I can just add production of whatever I want anywhere. And the logistics bots will just bring in like a little stack of any given material to the system. So the other thing is they aren't pulling that and putting it into here. Even though there's a logistics filter. I think if I do this, they will forcibly bring it up there. I think the other thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to change that filter so we can get rid of the wood. Let's go around and get rid of all of our wood. I know it's a very ineffective power source, but slowly get rid of all that. It'll just throw them in there every now and then, and it'd be a non-issue for a while. All right. Can I make more of these yet? I can't. It's because of red chips. We just don't have them. Yeah, we don't even have any in there. All right. We're getting pretty close to being able to actually start the rebuild. Okay, we got all that. And we'll just come up here quick and do one of these. Boop. Nice. Logistics really help get your main issues fixed, don't they? Okay, so we need to check out our blueprints quick. Starter mall. Yeah, okay. We're gonna need to basically redesign what we did here to be just a little bit better. My idea is left and right side table producers with green on each side. 2 lanes of green coming off to produce 2 lanes of red. And then we'll be able to copy and make another set of greens. So then what we'll have is we'll have double production of red and an entire array just for making green. And that'll be the starter section of more circuits than we need. Again, right now, it will be a problem in probably 3 hours. Yeah, that's was kind of the idea. I want to make a cool mall that I can like even pull a vehicle in, and I'll put like little walls in there to like stop me from hitting stuff, but an area that I can just go to, get out, grab what I want, or my Logi bots can just grab everything or whatever. Because I'm trying to make blueprints of many things as possible here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. The red is being sucked up by this. So I'm going to stop that from working because we have plenty of those for the foreseeable future. And then that will let the system catch up. It is going to try to produce a bunch of blue, though. But the blue is already somewhat backed up, so I might just let the system back up to a certain extent. So I think I'm going to just turn that filter on for now. And I'm also going to do this. And if I turn this on, in order for you to turn on, there has to be greater than red cards. And we're going to say 600. And that way, I'll be able to capture a bunch of red cards. And then have that be a later problem. And I'll be able to make more of the things that I need to make now. Okay, let's make a bunch more of those quick. So we can put those into the system so the system can use them. And then we're going to go from there. And then the next thing we're going to have to make is more roboports. I got to be careful because these are all full. So if I do this again, we're going to run into more power. So what I can do is... how many do I have here? 13? I think I could literally do another stack of this. I think I can literally go... The other thing we can do real quick is we can grab this entire set. Do this. There we go. Then we can get my bots busy again and have them remove this entire chunk. And then I will... all the space that I need to start my process here. I don't have enough bot balls to do this. And that's fine. I just have to slowly make them, which is going to be a process. I don't even know what I came out to steal. How did the bricks get fucked up here? They didn't. What am I short on? Gears? Oh, that's fair. We should probably increase steel and gears and iron. Okay. So that we can make more of the malls or ports. We're not even making bricks anymore, so that's good. We ran out of stone. Like, the stone mine's dead. Doesn't exist anymore. Which is going to be a problem for a whole lot of things. Yeah, these are filtered for stone. So whenever we do get it, they'll throw them in there. They're chugging along. I think I'm gonna burn through my entire new power array. Make more of those. Make sure that's connected to the power. Otherwise, it's not doing anything. I'm gonna take these out of the logistics. They need them more than I do. We're short on 1, 2, 3, yeah, like 4. Yeah, sure. Might as well nuke this. Just so we get the stone out of it. Look at him, John. Look at this. Got it. Yeah, eventually we're gonna bring the train up here for oil. Bring this one all the way over here so we can have 2 more stops. We're gonna wrap this down here. Kind of somehow into here. Anyways, because we want to hit this iron, we want to hit this stone, we want to hit this coal, we want to hit the uranium. So and then I'm gonna have to make ways for the trains to get by each other too, which I think I'll just make those things for them to, like, if there's a train on the main line, it's telling it, hey, you can't go. It could, and then it could go park here and wait, kind of thing. I gotta really keep an eye out too, because we're starting to maybe hit those, and then I'll just have to bolster defenses. This side is going to be okay for a little while. We have a ton of area down here because of the trees. I'm nuking so many trees that that's going to become a problem. All right. I don't really know where to start, but the main bus is going to come in down here. So actually, I should probably go ahead and do this. Right up to that cliff edge. And 1 more of these. I think I need to make lights. You know what? Let's make 133 lights. Why not? I am very aware, I believe, at least, that, yeah. We've overextended our power quite a bit, but we're adding a buffing system there. So, this coal line is, struggling just a bit to feed my base. But how big is this vein? Yeah, 1.4 mil. It'll chug along slowly. It'll keep up as much as it has to keep up. That's good enough. Doesn't all need to be. Just needs to keep up. Why are none of these running? No input fluid. Oh. Make 30 of those. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about it. The good news is even though our coal is a little bit low, this system here will help rectify that. And they'll be able to bring a bunch into these as well. I get it, the wood's not great, but it is a good little buffer. Yeah, power is super low. Because I'm overextending my capabilities. You know what? We're just gonna do it. It won't be in the way for a little while. But let's just go ahead and add in another vein here. Yeah, we just need to... Honestly, I might just bring it up and just plug it into the old mine and let that feed, feed the system. Why not, you know? I thought that would happen. Okay, that'll help a lot. Then once we put this in, we'll be able to fix our other problems. That'll boot this system up here. And I don't have to worry about the logistics for bringing in the stuff. Did I skip this? Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, and then let's upgrade this entire line. That could rectify that entire issue. Hello, mercenary. You can slide down 1 billion lights and it not be an issue. Well, that's good. Sweet. And we finally choked that all up. Nice. Power is still going to be a problem, but it's going to be less so of a problem now. I could go ahead and just slap in another set, but I'm going to call it good there for now. I want to get this started. So my idea here is I need to figure out how many of anything we need to produce anything that we need. So if I have an entire line of iron, it's only producing 30 plates. How many gears can I make on, like, this needs 12 plates, which just seems interesting. And then if I upgraded my furnaces, same crafting speed, but it does have module slots. So I have to make eventually a red belt's worth. So the total sum for gears would be 60 iron plates if it's fully saturated. No, it's not. Belt speed is 30. How many do you need to make a... What it was... How many furnaces would I need? Let's see. Furnace ratio. Where would that be? Material processing. Fill an output belt for red. Okay, it is. It's 48. Okay. So in our production chains, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have one set making gears. So we just have gears on in our system. And then eventually whatever I make will have the correct ratios and make it more internally. But it would be nice to have kind of a main belt for some of this stuff. I think production is going to kind of have to be down here a bit. Could be anywhere. Active provider chests. And then requester chests would go here whenever I can do requester chests. So they could go up to the road. Okay, let's do gears here. I don't want him to build everything now. Okay. And I realized too, I can't select these. They have to be built. Oh god, some of these mods, man, I wish I could see it without it being built. Okay, this is just iron, so this is pretty easy. So I think that a smart idea here would be able to designate a line of brick. If I did brick here and I just went, because I need an offset to make sure I can bring in lines, not for the bus, but like, I probably want these power poles right here to be my line so I can run conveyors through here. So we'll come in here. Okay, and then this will be... I can't see the ratio because they don't exist. Fine. Just gotta wait for these dudes to slowly head over there. So the other thing that I would want from this setup as well next to it is going to be sticks, because that uses iron directly. So that's kind of my idea, is to make just things that use iron. And that's all they need, which is literally ammo, gears, iron sticks, pipes. This would be 36 iron plates, and I can only give it one red belt worth to produce 18. And one of these produces 1.5, so I'd have to remove a few. So there we go. We're going to make 15 with 30. I haven't figured out how where I'm gonna make the main bus, because this isn't big enough for a main bus. So I'd probably want the main bus to be like here. I could also just have the main bus come behind. I actually didn't even think about how I was gonna do the main bus at all. So I don't really know where I want the gears to come out. That's a not a now problem, a later problem. All right. So we'll bring in the plates left and right. Okay, and then there's a gap of 3 and 3, so if we ever wanted to add bacons, we could. But I can also just put in one of these, and that will supply the entire thing with power, which I think is arguably more important. Okay, and then this will be where the iron comes in. For that. And then we'll want to bring this out. Which again, I have no idea where I'm doing the bus. I mean, it only makes sense to do the bus down this. Because all of this is going to get removed, right? So if we did the bus down here, the problem with that is then we hit into my solid fuels. Then again, I've left just a little space here. So maybe I actually do come down here and the main bus is down in this area here. I think it's what I'm going to do. We're going to cut. And then we can just come in right into here. In line with the logistics system. We're going to here. And this section will be the bus. All right, so that's going to be those. So let's copy and paste this again. Right next to it. Turn this into sticks. I probably don't need that many sticks, but if the ratios are good, we'll just feed it. So for this, we will preemptively put pellet to put the modules in, even though it can't. So this is perfect. We're gonna do a blueprint of this. Gears, tier 2, red, equals 30 PS. Okay, this is what? Using half of my iron for sticks. and making me 30 as well. Then what I make here, like pipes and everything like that, I don't think it needs to be as ridiculous. But what I am going to do is I'm going to literally do a copy and paste of this because that actually doesn't make sense. We got to build a new one for the pipes. This could be ammo. This could be yellow ammo. Yeah. Sure. Because if I need more than that for research, I'll make more. Real quick, let's add this blueprint in to our bookie pool. Let's go add a book. Assembler. Can I change the icon to ears? Save. Okay, and then we'll do sticks tier 2 30 per second. This is gonna be 7.5. Yellow ammo, tier 2, 7.5 per second. The amount of iron this one uses doesn't really matter too much. It's going to use 30. That's perfect. Okay, so this is where everything gets annoying because it's like I got to skip over here, but I'm making a miniature one. So this is going to be another input of iron. And all this is going to be doing is making, like, not a lot, just a little bit. It's going to be making pipes. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do these pipes. And we're going to output up here. Nope, these need to be regular pipes. I'm being dumb. Okay. So that'll be enough. I'm not actually going to copy this one because it's just pipes and it's going to be custom to most of your little sections or areas. The idea with this particular build is it's just going to come up, it's going to loop back down with another infeed of iron, and we're going to produce all of our various curved pipes, shoot them up. But then I need, this is going to actually be pretty simple. So we need to make these. We're just going to do 3. I don't necessarily need 3, but we're going to do 3. So with this, we want to do a couple weird things here. First and foremost, we want to come in with our iron. These are going to output to the far side. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a splitter. And then that can come straight over and input onto the other side. And we bring iron and pipes into this side. Okay, and then this is going to go and output into a couple weird ways here. But the idea here is we can have 2 different assemblers. We'll have one here, one here. This will make those. This will make these. I actually hate that. I'm going to bring these in line. And we're going to bring those pipes down. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to add a logistics chest here. That, ooh, you know what? We could actually ignore this one and add a active provider chest like this. And then that just does that. And I like to have a lot. We'll just have it have a lot. Same thing. All of these are going to produce something, and their active chest is just going to be right here. So, we'll obviously have to provide power to each and every single one of these, but it's going to go like this. So that every single one of those is giving us something. That'll give us it there. And then what we'll do is this top one is only going to give us what we need. And then so this top one will just do those. And then it'll be like this. These we're going to go and limit greatly. This we're just going to get rid of that bottom row. And then these bottom 2 are going to be provided like that. So now I can do this. Okay, hold up. I need to actually provide power to this system. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Sure thing, Ricky Bobby. Looks like shit, but it's fine. It'll do its job. Okay. So iron comes in here. That's basically 4, you know, bus lanes of iron. And then it's going to bring out the respective materials as well on the bus. Whether or not that becomes a problem or not, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to keep going with it. So, as far as the use of iron, I think I've accomplished that main objective. I don't inherently see anything that just uses plates. We are going to have to build a manufacturing system for all of this. However, we have this. Which is perfectly ratioed. And this is designed as a mall already. And we just have to bring in copper. Okay. Iron comes down the middle. The iron then gets split off and sent into a box. Copper cables gets excess copper cables. No, that's copper. Excess copper goes into a box, and that's fine. There we go. That's actually perfect. And that's not actually needed. That's literally just set up as a thing. And then we'll just have to fix a couple things about it. Yeah. And this will make everything we need for that chain. Anyone else notice the green cards there? Nothing's happening with them. Nothing, they're not going anywhere. And I actually don't like this because that won't do what I want it to do. All right, let's build a new one. So we need this needs iron and gears. This one needs to be gears. Which, you know what, though? We are making this. Which, the idea of this, it'd be a good way for it to feed this system. So instead, we wouldn't have to provide as much for the overall sum total. So, if I make this iron and gear, which then this will just feed into this. Which then would go iron and gear. Because this isn't meant to produce a bajillion. This is a part of the mall system. So, again, iron and gears, iron and belts. This doesn't need gears. This would be this, which needs iron plate, electronic circuits, and transport belts. Okay. So, we'll hold off on that one for a second. Then we'll have to bring in copper down here as well. So, this requires almost exactly what this requires. We're going to make a chain for that. Okay, so if I put this here, these are going to need those. Move that all up. And then it's going to be this here, which will receive that. This will need to go into here, which is going to produce that. No. Here. Okay, I just realized. We're going to go ahead and do this. Okay. So then we want this here, which is going to be this. Okay. So then we're going to come out into red belt. Which red belt needs gears and transport belts. Okay. So smart, we could go come up, make a T-junction. The gears that are coming up here, we'll start off with making a thing here. Okay, so we need this to be red belts, and gears need to be brought into this. So if the other thing I want to make is undergrounders, then I would need 2 underground producers. If I just shoot this straight down, do this. Because one of these I need it to just make for me. This needs to go up there. Because that one is feeding that one. That one is going to feed that one. I'm also just kind of feeling at this point like I should just run a line of those, but I'm going to stick with what I'm doing. Okay, so this again is going to be gears and yellow belts, which is going to be provided yellow belts through here. And if I bring in the gears here, and we do this and split it further, I can bring in gears maybe down right here off of this chain. So the next thing I'm going to need is, this is going to be gears and undergrounds. So we'll do one of these here. And this is just going to be the yellow belt producer, just for straight yellow belts. Yeah, they'll produce really fucking slow. You almost want another one of these as well, because I almost want another red producer. I'm starting to not like this design because I'm realizing it's going to get really long. I'd rather bring it out into this area here. So we're gonna delete this entire design out to about here. And then I'm just going to expand this by 2. Maybe only 1. Okay, and then what we can do is we could wrap this around now. Because we need to, again, we need to pull that and that and that and that. So, can't move while remote viewing. Is there a setting for that? Nope, there's not. Alright, so can't move those in map view. So that bot is generally useless once you get to bots, but it's all good. Okay, so because I think I want to move these over and bring the gears up and over, because that's just the next thing that needs gears. So we're gonna go. No. We want a belt to come up and bring the excess out. Like this. Like that. So then we do up 1. We put this here, this here. Which is then going to be logistics and logistics. We need so very few of those ever. So very few of these ever when we're mid-game. Okay. Let's keep working this out. That's going to push all of that over here. This needs to intake yellow belts, so we'll just go boop and boop. We can throw one of these in out here. Okay. So now we need to get gears and such over here. 36 gears and 21. Okay. It's designed to be a mall, not to produce fast. So I'll keep that in mind. Okay. So now that's going to produce that. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to come straight down now. Like, probably do this. And instead of this outputting, this is going to go and output directly into a box. And we'll just do one of those. So that'll always be there. This one is going to output here. This is gonna do that because we want to do 2 assemblers. This one will output up here. This one will output down here. This will be those. This will be these. And we'll set this to yay many. Yay many. We're not making the higher tier yellows because I don't inherently see the point at this point in our playthrough. Okay, so now we need to worry about splitter creation. And I know splitter creation also requires conveyors. Are we making enough? We're making way more of those than we need. So I might remove that. What we're going to do is we're going to loop it around. We're going to come down here. We need to make yellow splitters, which need iron plate, electronics, and transport belts. So I could direct feed and not have this one assist. And not do this at all. And switch back over to this. Okay. Alright, this will direct feed in. This needs iron plate. This didn't need iron plate. What I'm going to do is remove that. Then I don't need those ever at this point in the game either, so this will literally just go straight into red belt. That and create those. That's the iron and the gears that we'll need, which I now have to come back up, I'm aware. Okay. So that just can straight output. Right there. And we'll just go like that. Okay. So there we go. That'll cover all that. And again, it'll be super slow because it's going to be super hungry. And all of this is being fed by 2 lines. One of these is going to be the iron. Wait. Gears. Why did I split it? Gears are going to combine here and here, and it's going to wrap up and around. Doesn't need to be there. Nor does that. Okay. That's going to be the iron. Alright. Those both need green circuits. So, we have a couple options. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to produce in this center part. I'm going to produce just enough. I'm going to do a 3-2. And that's going to provide everything for all of the different chunks, if you will. So, one of the things I want to do real quick, though, is how many of these can I make? Make a bunch. Put them in the system. I'm gonna put images down of what these things are supposed to be because I'm gonna. Yeah, perfect. So we'll go ahead and come back up here and do this. Saving pipes here. Don't need to mark that one. This needs to be iron. This has to be gears. This is sticks. This is ammo. Okay. That'll help me remember what stuff is. These don't need icons because they'll have icons with the alt menu, but I just want to, I don't know. I don't think that they look like they don't use any power, so. Okay, so. Well, if that's the case, we'll just... So this is gonna be yellow belts. This is gonna be underground yellows. This is gonna be underground reds. This is gonna be underground reds. Super dupers. This is gonna be underground reds. Not so super dupers. This is gonna be underground or regular splitters. Okay. Nice. All right, so let's go ahead. It's 3 to 2, right? And 2 of these greens make me what? 2 green cards. It's probably not remotely enough, but I'm just gonna let that chug along and mass produce, and it'll take time, but that's how I'm gonna feed them all. So let's do right here. It just needs to be a copper line coming in. Copper plate. Where you at? Why can't I see it? There it is. All right. That'll make our greens. And to save just a little bit of headache, we're going to do splitter right there. Come out here. Oh, okay. So greens need to go into here and greens need to go into here. Okay. Now we need to make all of these. So I'm going to bring in a new set of iron and gears, I think, because by the time it gets over to this, it'll be so desaturated. However, this is going to be a double into a single line, so we could just pull off of here and bring it over. And then just run in another iron line. So we're going to need exactly the same things down this entire chain. Except for this will need red cards, which we'll set up respectively when we get to that extent. So I'm going to run all of this down here. So knowing that we need yellows for both blue and red, we're going to do 3 yellows, 1 red, 1 blue. Sorry, 1 red, 2 blue, 1 green. I already forgot. 3, 1, 2, 1. 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be the yellows. So iron, gear, green. Okay. Because this needs iron as well. Okay. All of these require more green and all of that, and yellow and whatever. All of them require everything I'm about to bring down, plus the yellow production. So this is green card, just green card. Which all of the green card is being pushed out and put to the rightmost side of the lane. This would be the other side of the lane. Because this would come out, it'd push down here, it'd be on the right side. These are going to output to the left. So I can literally do this. This, I can just come straight in. Because this will be the mixture of iron and gears. Okay, perfect. So that will produce yellow. So then we need red. Oh. Yeah. Okay. This will be red. That one's simple. It doesn't even need the green. But we'll still have that input. The output here is going to be a provider chest with a thingamajig, which is red. And now I gotta have to copy all of this. Okay, then the next thing is gonna be 2 blues. And that's going to be intake, 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 intake. Okay, this outtake is going to go directly into a green producer. This is going to be so this is going to make your green. So this will come straight down. First and foremost, it'll go that. Will finally be yellows. And then red will have to come into here. But we'll bring that in somehow, some way. Not right now. Perfect. And the efficiency of this is going to be god awful. We're not even coming close to enough green. Like not even remotely enough. I need, what is that? I need so many. So this would limp along. Terribly so. But I think I'm still going to leave it be. I could add to the other side, bring in another copper line though. Problem with that is at least at a minimum we can double this. It's not going to fix it, but it'll help chug it along just a little bit faster. And then this will need to be another copper. I don't even need to bring off 2 off the main mall. I could just do this. And that will produce at least 4. And again, it'll limp along, produce over time. I could bolster the system and add logistics to it later on. But I think for what I need, that's going to be good enough to make a mall system. So now we just need to make an exit point for this. And this will have to have red cards brought into it at some point. Nice. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is, I was thinking maybe down in here we could add a lot more random tiddly biddlies. Like I could just send the yellow straight down and have that just feed directly into the red ammo instead of running any form of belt anywhere else. But I also could just make a chain just for military science and have this just be production of ammo. So we might do that and then just finagle our steel down here. But the big thing I would like to do now is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 4-lane belt for iron. Should help rebalance it back out. We'll have to add a balancer at this end too. Alright, and then we can then start again from this chain. Then we need iron here. Boom. Man, I'm not getting any viewers on YouTube today. What did I do? I mean, tags are fine. Playlist. Huh. We're just not, algorithm's not helping us on YouTube tonight. All right, all good. I don't know why. I'm doing everything the same. All right, so That's our iron. So then we'll come up, split it off. We'll leave a spacing of 3 here. Should be copper. I need to get rid of all of this for me. Get rid of that and get rid of that. All right, we'll call this. Oh, what would I even call this? Convey, flash, insert, all. Okay, we'll get that covered. I should start feeding this mall so that the systems can start functioning. So I think I'm going to do is do a very hideous conveyor belt that just kind of flows it down there for now. Alright, we only have the one copper line. So we'll just bring that straight out. Alright. Some of you are about to cry. Need more robo ports. Make 4 whenever I can. We don't have enough to fill the system here. All right. It'll at least bring this system to life. And start producing a very basic amount of everything. Do I want to learn a fancy trick with belts? If you think there's even a chance it'll stress me out, probably not. Hey, I got a bunch of people over on Twitch right now. You guys want to do me a favor? Because I know there's a few of you that will, you know, you've been around a long time and you like supporting me. Could you just tab over to YouTube real quick? Hit the like. I don't even need you to watch over there. Go over there, throw a like. I want to see if that clicks the algorithm into place, because I'm not getting nothing on YouTube. Not that it's a big deal. It'll just be nice. It'd be less stress. Okay. I mean, I'll learn. I mean, none of this is stressing me out right now. But I will be back momentarily. All right. Oh my god. I really need a new headset. I know you guys probably can't even see on stream, but it is just disintegrating. Give me a sec, Allie. I will read that. I fold. What is that? If I didn't know you as a viewer, I would have thought that was a bot posting some weird shit in my chat. I don't even know what that means. Oh, is that the sublink? Oh, yeah, yeah. If you literally just click on my YouTube link, though, it'll bring you right over there. Okay, so imagine dragging the belt and making an L shape, and how you want it to, after you press R, the belt will snap into the direct. No way. What? Okay. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? That's... Thanks, Allie. I appreciate that. Alright, let's have a little Bowman Brothers. Yeah, I really got to figure out all this algorithm stuff on YouTube. This is weird. Every night I get really good views on YouTube, and then tonight I'm not. I'm not seeing any significant discrepancies in my tagging, so... What is it saying? Oh, right, it's going to be short on all of them. Nice. Now the iron will start coming in. Absolutely fucking wrecking my systems. But all of this is kind of caught up. I don't have any stone to my name to make landfill, though. I need to build this in there. I'm realizing there's a big flaw with my balancer. I'll play around with balancers at some other point. Well, that could be it, too. And the system is alive! Yeah, it'll take absolutely forever for the system to actually come to life for real, but... This is good. Gonna very slowly just make stuff produce. Which is exciting. Alright, so we need to work on our next chain. So what I was thinking is I just produce a metric fuck ton and a half divided by 3 plus or minus 4 greenies. The thing is, though, is I do need to have a total sum of 4 lanes coming in of this. The reason I'm saturating the way I am is because I am. The other thing is the amount of iron that we have coming through here. I could actually just make another run. Yep, that was smooth. Thank you, Allie. You can change direction multiple times too, just keep pressing R. That's how people do the brrr thing. If I add this into here, it should fully saturate that line. There we go. Oh yeah, dude. That'll help. That'll at least be 2 lines of iron completely saturated. Now as far as this all goes, the idea here is none of this is going to the main bus. I'm just gonna keep bringing these down as I need them. This should be like enough gears and sticks to like make a lot of shit. So I think we need to bring down steel as well, but I would need to make another double stack for steel. So let's start looking at what this next chain is gonna be. Wait, why are we double-sided? Oh, because I double-sided the green. Like a fucking turd, man. Shit. Gotta be a way to fix that. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. I did it. I'm gonna have to go fix that. I literally have to. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. That'll fix it. There we go. This will never produce because I don't have enough red cards up here. Which is fine. These aren't producing at all because they're not getting plastic. Well, that makes perfect fucking sense because I turned off or unplugged this. I think I might temporarily hook it back up because I'm not ready to do this. I gotta figure out how to do that. Alright. I was gonna just tear it apart. but I'm not going to. Give that all a minute to do that. Okay. So our next chunk of change for our mall system would literally probably be all of this stuff in the middle. We could also just go into power poles. Yeah, look at it. Okay, what are we not doing here? We're not getting pipes. Ah, iron and pipes are coming in on the same side. Okay. You're completely functional. You're not getting iron. Right, you're not getting iron. Okay, I gotta go down there and fix that. That is too much to uninstall with the bots. Okay. I did not create an output. Okay. So these are all good and producing. Which is producing into here. Oh, man. I made a blueprint of this and it's all fucked up. Okay. You're not getting iron. But why, pray tell? Didn't I bring iron up to that? Okay. We're good everywhere else, though. Alright. We're producing, chat. We're producing. Okay. So, let's worry about everything else now. So I think this next chunk of area I'm going to use is going to be a bunch of stuff here. I got to see what this looks like. I need to know what 10 will make. Let me check on a few things. 1.3, 2.0, 4.3, 2000, 0.6. Okay, we're fine. Okay, good. We got those built. Go X. 15 and then 30. So we can double that. Okay. Okay, that'll be... And we are producing what now? Too many. Shit. I have to flip it. Let's go the other way. I'm gonna make basically 2 lines of copper. So this needs to go up. Needs to go up. This needs to go down. Okay, and then all of this needs to get fixed. Out. Out. And in. In. Okay, so this is going to be the copper line coming in. Oh, wrong. Alright, that'll bring that in. Then we're gonna produce all the repair. So the green cards need copper and iron plate. It's 3, so 2, 4, 6. I can do 12. Probably 13 or 14 green card assemblers. So this is 2, 4, 6. Plus 1, we'll say. Let's say 7 per line. Isn't that what I'm doing? I guess that makes sense. This is 15. That's 15. But it's producing 30 and 30, so 2 lines of 30. That needs just 1 line needs 31. This line needs 31. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have to literally go and do this. Okay. All this goes this way. And then I already forgot what the number was, so we'll basically grab each copper line. So this will be one green chip, one green chip, one green chip line, one green chip line. And then $27. Okay, then we literally just grab this line. Oh. Okay. Now we need to bring iron into this. Theoretically, we'll be just a little short, which is fine. 42 chips a second. Hell yeah, dude. So then we got to go and do this. Okay. Here's the other problem is, these aren't alternating in any way, shape, or form. So I should have probably created a balancing system for it in some way. So what if I do this? There. All right. Now we need to bring in iron. Okay. The amount of iron that even one stack needs. Shit. Do that. Fuck. Is 10. This entire thing needs 42. Really not a whole lot that it actually needs. You know what? I'm gonna do something quick. I'm gonna end the YouTube stream and then restart it.